This is a quick workflow of how to get a program onto the HAAS. The way this is done is there's a starting G-codes in black. What I mean by black is right here. It's black. And these are the ending G-codes. There's these colors here. These signify the tools that are being used. So you can see blue, pink, orange. So there's 3 tools that's going to be used, and the subprograms on the bottom have corresponding colors: pink, orange, blue. Ideally, you want to keep these kind of short so that when the subprogram is running on the old HAAS, you will actually be able to see the title while the subprogram is running in the second window underneath it. But other than that, it doesn't really matter if you don't see it. The way you could test each subprograms is by having groups. So if you want to only test the blue first part, the top surface rough and or the top surface final, you could just collapse everything and just open up exactly the one that you want to use. So change to tool 1 and perform the top surface rough. Go down here to the subprograms, open this up, top surface rough and top surface final, and this is the code. And the one that's actually going to go in the machine is on the right hand side. So now that you have only your top surface final, top surface rough, or any program that you want to run, / subprogram that you want to run. And the G-code to the right will show only those. All the end numbers are formula to add 1 automatically. This is also a formula that just extract what it says on the right side and makes it into a more HAAS friendly text. Automatically as decimal points so that you don't accidentally cut too much or too little. Yeah, so anyways, we're going to do tool 1, top surface rough and top surface final. We'll do final as well. And down here, top surface rough and top surface final. And then make any changes you need to make if you need to. Down here, highlight all this. Copy it. Go to your text editor. Paste it. Sorry, got an extra. Copy. Paste it, save it, and the save will pop up. Pull this out, put it in, list program. You're gonna have to wait for this to go to trying 2, and then it's gonna show what's in there. Press the list program again, there. And you want to copy this onto the machine if you're using the. You want to copy this into the machine if you're using the old HAAS, because you can't play it straight off of the USB. You could, at this point, if you forget what you're supposed to do and push memory, sorry, this program, I guess you don't have to. Or if you try to select a program to put into memory, it's going to give you this error code. So you're going to have to go back to list, and you can't select this program. You'll realize you can't select this, so list program, F2, where's F2? Cancel this. If you forget how to copy, how you could push help, which is F1, and it'll tell you here that F2 is copy to and copy here. So you push F2 and then you push enter because you want to move it to the memory, and it's going to say yes or no. So yes, now it's in the memory. So you push memory, can't clear that, and you'll see that it's all the beginning ones. Tool 2, go here, top surface rough, top surface final. Everything else is just the titles because it was collapsed in the groups were collapsed in the Excel file, so I had it such that only the title is showing. All the titles are in parentheses, so they don't do anything. And yeah, end sequence. But it's going to call out N109. It's going to the top surface rough and final. It's going to finish all that. And then once all that is finished, it's going to come back here. And it will just essentially stop everything. And you're done. That's it. Oh yeah, like I was saying, if whatever you have on top is too long, you won't be able to see the title, and you kind of won't know what the heck is going on. So if you keep this down to a few lines, if you can, you'll be able to always see what program is currently running. And now that that's done, if some issue happened, you could just pull it out, make any necessary changes on in Excel, take this, put it here in the text, save it, and repeat. Once every subprogram is tested and they all work, you could just expand everything so that all the groups are expanded. This is what it will look like if all the groups are collapsed. There's only titles. It will just literally turn on the machine and turn it off. Nothing will happen. But you could expand everything. Get the whole copy. Save. Wait for the save to show up here. Save. Pull it out. Put it in. List program. Wait for this to turn to 2. Go here. F2. Memory. You want to overwrite it? Yes. Go back to memory. Now you have the full 300 whatever line code. Oh, this is like a 5-minute process, so I'm just gonna stop the video here. That's just for the workflow. If you want to, should I tell? For this, the way I did it was the tool finder is -2 inches. Or sorry, the tool height finder is 2 inches, so I always keep that on the side. This is just the height of the tool based off of the top of this part. The reason it's not 2 inches is because, well, I wanted this part right here to be the 0 point, and that part is exactly 0.248 inches above this part right here. So this was compensated for that. That way, if I put z equals 0 and send it down, it will never, none of the tools will pass this part. In other words, as long as the z value is always greater than 0, it will always not crash into the vise or anything, the highest point of whatever it's going to. So the highest point essentially of this is 1.752. Yeah, the tool finder was 1.752 inches above the highest point of the vise, and this gives you all the. And then the highest point of the vise is not 1.752 inches above the bed or the lowest point of the Z. That is set by this. Right? No, this is 0.1 inch above the vise. This is going to be the faux axis Z origin. So if I do Z equals 0, it's going to be 0.105 inches above the top of the vise, yeah. And this total number here is how high it is above the base, or how low it is from the top where Z machine 0 is. Usually I put the tool finder, this thing, on the bed of the machine, but there was nowhere on the bed where I could put that and have the spindle come all the way down and touch that without any of the part of the spindle or tool holder crashing into any other part of what's already assembled on top of the machine. So yeah, typically this will be like -7 or -8 if I'm basing it all the way off of the bottom, but that's why the numbers are -4-ish. You could add a -2 into the geometry, but I just like to keep it here just so that I see what I did, or that I'm 100% sure that the value of tool finder has in fact been accommodated for. Because if you're just looking at this, you're not sure if this is if whoever set these tools or myself has actually done this or has neglected to do that calculation. Geometry I haven't adjusted. These are nominal 3/64, 3/32 and 1/2 inch. I'll have to adjust those based on what actually gets cut. The X and Y axis is X and Y origin. I put right here on the corner of the part. Yeah, that's it. Any mental notes? When programming these subprograms, I usually have the actual Z height travel within each subprogram. So sometimes when it's running, it'll look weird because every time it finishes something, it'll go up and then go somewhere and then go down to the exact same height. If I wanted to ultra optimize this, any part where it wouldn't crash, where you could travel horizontally or laterally, you probably want to do that. But for me, I just wanted to be able to make sure that I could collapse or not use certain parts of the program and only use some of the subprograms, and the tool will always be able to travel from a safe Z height to the location of the beginning of the subprogram that I'm practicing. So all of them will have some kind of, all of them will start with some kind of Z travel. Here. What is it doing right now? Actually, this is a pretty good example. Give it a sec. So this is one subprogram that it's running. And what you're going to notice is that right around actually that wasn't it. Just give it a sec. Oh yeah, that right there where it went up to about 1 inch doesn't really need to be there in this final form, but that was just there as a remnant of the safety precaution. Where's the handle and part dimmed through? Rough final. So here. Right here. So after the part final is the handle inside was done, it lifted up to 0.5 inches. But when it restarted, it lifted up real quick to 1 inch, and then went back down to 0.5 inch. Yeah, this actually doesn't really need to be there, except I just didn't want the G00. Well, so yeah, I wanted the G00 and go down to 1, because if for whatever reason this was the only subprogram I was running, so let's see. So if this was what I was running, get these out of the way. What it would do is it's going to tool change to 3, spindle 2000, and then from height of Z equals 0, or I guess it's like 8 inches above. I didn't want it to go to 0.5, which is essentially right above the part at 50 units per second or units per minute, because that would take like a minute just to start this. So I wanted to add this G00 dash to 1 inch above the part, but when everything is all said and done, it kind of looks weird. Yo.